fuel queues are back on the streets of Nigeria. What's going on? Christmas approaches and there's fuel crisis in Nigeria. Is this responsible unionism or sabotage on the part of greedy marketers? All this on PMI Political Arena tonight. Good evening. This is Platform Media International Political Arena. As people are jostling to have fun and get together as families, the fuel queues are back on the streets of Nigeria. And it has become a perennial problem when Nigerians who have taken so much in terms of misgovernment, in terms of demand from government, and when it comes to a time they want to gather to have fun, the fuel crisis becomes an issue. Tonight, PMI Political Arena, we are examining that. What are the major causes? And if this is a sabotage on part of marketers or a design on part of government. In the studio tonight, I have my very good friend, Ebenezer Badewa. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Ebenezer Badewa, here we go again. If we want to say it that way, the fuel queues are back on the streets of Lagos, Abuja, Zaria, Kaduna, and Oyo. And Christmas is just a few days away. What is going on, in your own opinion?
Thank you, Mr. Zode. The issue of petroleum scarcity in Nigeria, I think it has become a general phenomenon that everybody even looking forward to, because when it is Christmas period, prices of everything is skyrocketed in Nigeria. So it's not news, but the area of petroleum, because Nigeria is known to be exporter of petroleum and one of the highest oil producer in the world. So it's a shame that as of today, we are still facing this problem in Nigeria.
Well, in our introduction, where I said whether this is part of sabotage on part of the marketers or a design by the government. Why we said that is it's about some days now, 4 or 5 days or 5 days, a week or thereafter, the fuel crisis started, and not a word from the government. And from sources, people are blaming it on marketers. Now, if we have a responsible government, the natural thing to do is that government will react and tell the nation where they are at and what is causing the problem. Right now, everybody is just queuing or spending hours on the fuel petroleum station or gas station, as it's called here, wasting precious human time on gas queues. Nothing is going on, and government is not saying anything, and people are just wondering why. Don't you think government should have reacted and said something about what is going on?
To give, the federal government himself might not say anything, but the NNPC, which is the organization in charge of Nigerian petroleum marketing and so on, the PRO spoke, I think, possibly yesterday, and he said that they be doing stuff for the past couple of days. They used to release about 30 million liters between 37 to 40 on a daily basis before. But since the scarcity has arisen, they double it up. So they are releasing about 80 million liters on a daily basis now. But the effect is not, we are not seeing the effect on the market.
Okay.
But one thing I would like to say is this. We cannot deny it that this is sabotage. And it is not new. Even the people that, even the rice that has been released for people to sell, people, they either export it illegally outside the country, or they hoard it so that they can hike the price. Okay, so the same thing is happening to the petroleum right now.
Mr. Badewa, we'll come to that. Let's talk about responsibility of the government.
Okay.
Now, it is sabotage, we agree. Government has the wherewithal to fish out the saboteurs and approximate the appropriate punishment. The government must show its muzzle in things like this. It has, you said it's a recurrent thing, it has been happening. And when government knows that if a festival like this is coming, celebration like Christmas, where Nigerians celebrate in a mass scale, they should have taken notice of that. And perhaps if the saboteurs beat them to it, they should use somebody as an example. Don't you think so?
Yeah, you see, it's quite unfortunate that Nigeria, though we are developing country, as they will call it, or third world country. But the problem here with the government is that petroleum is one of the major source of income for the country.
Yes.
But as of today, Nigeria government cannot even tell you the number of petrol stations we have in Nigeria. Even a state government cannot tell you the number of petrol stations they have in the country. So these are some of the problems. Like, take for instance, here now, the city knows how many petrol stations we have here. Now, the petroleum marketing body in Canada, they know the numbers of petrol stations they have across the country. Okay. Now, if there is any release of petrol, they know when it is delivered in a given gas station here. It is high time Nigeria should employ
that
all
is
this
it's not
database.
That strategy is not foreign to Nigeria. Under Obasanjo, President Olusegun Obasanjo, I know that for sure, that the PMS, as it's called, petrol, when they leave the depot going to the stations, and they know it's published in daily newspapers to know where is the gas is coming from and where it's going, because it has happened in the past that fuel is diverted between depot and where it's supposed to be delivered. So Obasanjo decided to be publishing them on newspapers. So that under Obasanjo, we did not have this fuel scarcity. Why should government in Nigeria not follow a template that a former government succeeded in doing, and then the succeeding government should continue with that? Why abandon it?
You see, another problem is this. Until we have free and fair election in Nigeria, most of the policies and structure that the government is putting in place will not be effective. And the people that suffer it is the common man. The people that finance all these political party or all these candidates, the president, the legislature, and all the executive places, is some of these people who are dealing in all this illegal business here and there. They bankroll their election, they bankroll everything. So when it's time for them to continue business as usual, the hands of the government is tied. So these are some of the challenges we are facing in the country.
I won't subscribe to that. Because even in America and Canada, you have the power brokers. Somebody even said it, that you cannot play politics without money. And that's why you are talking about insurance companies here in North America playing a vital role in government, in the choice of the political party that governs. But be that as it may, Mr. Bazawa, the government don't just not sell out to the big corporations. They don't. You understand what I mean? Democratic Party of America, also, they are pro-masses, and Republicans are pro-corporations. But the things keep changing. They don't sell out their soul to the pressure group. But like you are telling me now, the power brokers that are causing this artificial scarcity, government has the wherewithal. All blame will have to rest at the doorsteps of the government.
Yeah, it's true. But most of these people too, they are in government. They have their agent in government, right? Mm-hmm. So when one of the major challenges here is this: Nigeria, we have no structure. There is no structure. There is no structural system.
Mr. Badewa, when we begin to talk about that, it's like we are giving up.
No,
Nigeria must have a structure that governs their level of democratic practices. So we cannot say they don't have a structure, but things must work relatively.
Yeah,
and I believe
okay. It's
now,
only when we have.
I just mentioned to you
that
under Ambassador there was no fuel scarcity. I told you the strategy Ambassador used.
Yes.
On Jonathan era, it wasn't as bad as this. This is a blatant flagrant attitude by the marketers, and government is idling away, watching these people perform such a nonsense, and the masses are suffering. You see, I feel that government should do something.
But now, according to the PRO of NNPC, they said before they used to release 30 to 40 million on a daily basis.
Those are numbers. Listen, anybody on the streets of Ikorodu and Oshodi, they don't want to hear about the numbers. All they care is that they drive into a gas station and they buy fuel.
No, based on what you said the government should do something.
Yes.
Now, if they were releasing between 30-something to 40 on a daily basis, and now there are scarcity, they are releasing the double it up, they are releasing about 40.
The extra amount of fuel they release into the system will go through the route where the first one they release is going through. They will go and sit down in somebody's pump behind somebody's yard.
Yeah, you see.
And if government had the power or was willing to do that, they will fish out these people and make a good example of them. But the government is not doing that right now. So the question people are going to be asking on social media, what's the difference between Buhari and Jonathan?
You see, now, in a government like this, Buhari, we all knew what he has been up to. He's trying to tighten up some of the loopholes.
This is the third year.
Yeah, this is the third year. It's true. How loose was the boat that is taking 3 years to tighten the knots? Okay, now you see what they're doing in custom. They're doing a great job.
I didn't see that. What is that?
Right. Now, I mean, the custom chief was able to tell the public that they realized about 1 trillion naira.
That's what Nigerians are not willing to listen to. We hear these numbers on TV and radio stations, on newspapers, but we don't see it into the economy. You mentioned that you were taking money from fraudsters. You take money from politicians who defrauded the government. You mentioned billions of naira. But we cannot see it practically in the system, how you go to Oshodi market and my 12 market and get food to eat. That's what the masses are looking for. And that's what people like us who are journalists are advocating for. So if you say you're releasing fuel into the system, we want to see it at the gas station. We'll drive into the petrol station, as they call in Nigeria, and gas station here. They drive into the gas station, buy gas, and drive away to your village to go and enjoy the Christmas. So those numbers on pages of newspaper and TV, it doesn't really matter.
No, the number is a shame. For you to be releasing 40 million litre on a daily basis. Now you double it up, you're releasing 80 million. And we can still see, people are still queuing for gas. So now the question is this: what is wrong? Right? The government alone cannot solve the problem that we're having.
So who solves the problem?
Some of this issue is this. Who
solve the problem? Is it government alone?
No. Now, this is why the call for decentralization, the restructuring. This is why it has to take effect. Okay?
Really?
The federal government should not be the one dictating
listen, the decentralization is a big issue. You have forgotten that in Nigeria, every other village is a nation.
Yeah.
So when people are talking about decentralization, the thing it bothers me because even where I come from in Edo State, every other kilometer is a language.
Sir, now this is the point is this.
Yes.
We even take for instance in North America here, right?
Yes.
We control our power system in this province.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Now the gas and even the municipal here control
Have you heard about the desalination of former NEPA?
You see,
Have you heard about that?
That's what
There's one in Benin called Disco.
Yeah.
I don't know who suggested that name. The supplier of Disco electricity in Benin City, for instance, is Dancing Disco. They can't even find meters to buy. Meanwhile, they are telling the masses that they should pay as you go. That those people cannot find meter to buy. They award the bill, whatever, the cost of electricity indiscriminately. And when these people go to the disco office to look for the meter to buy, they say it's not in existence. It's only in Nigeria they make laws, and they don't have the ways and means to obey those laws. You see, when the first word says ignorance of the law is no excuse, you know what the reason they meant by that is that the laws will be so defined that an average man will understand the law, and when you break that law, you face the penalty. Nigeria, they don't have the clear-cut means.
The problem is this:
the laws should be obeyed.
This is still the problem. The central government is too far. Let's deal with the state government. Let's deal with the local government.
You are from Ondo, right?
Yes.
In Ondo State, there are many ethnic nationalities. Make Ondo State a country that will be crying for decentralization.
No.
That's the average.
I understand. You see,
of Nigeria.
The area of some of these social amenities.
Yes.
Let the state and the municipal control them. We see what is happening here.
I don't believe you.
Okay. Now, do you want to tell me that even what is the population of Ondo State? Maybe about 4 million.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, all the provinces in Canada.
Yes.
You know how multicultural we are here?
Yes.
Is the system?
You know why it's working?
Why?
Because the laws, if you drive against the traffic, you know what is going to visit you.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that the police
who are controlling those laws? Is it the federal government?
Oh, you have the federal police.
No, it's not the federal government. Now, ROCMP,
yes.
The ROCMP for Suri, they are responsible to Suri.
Okay. Have you been to Lagos lately?
I know Lagos has its own...
Now, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
In Lagos lately, they say this street is one way.
Yeah.
And there's no way of you knowing if you are visiting Lagos that the street is one way.
Sure.
And then you drive into the street and then some hoodlums are standing in front of you. They are arresting you, taking you to the station because you've been one way. And I asked them, how would I know that this is one way? They say, oh, you should know. But there's no sign. There's nothing to warn me about it. That's what we mean. Ignorance of the law is no excuse, because before you disobey the law, before you see anything, you know what is going to visit you.
You see,
and Nigeria should develop it. That's why I'm telling you, those profiters, for the marketers, they should not only be jailed. It is high time. I think I'm recommending this. Maybe it could be sound crude. That will make good example of them and even let them face the firing squad, because enough is enough.
You see, we all know how it goes in Nigeria. You understand?
In the midst of cleaning up the system, some innocent soul must go, but we are ready to do that.
Yeah, but you see, it's not that easy because it's uno man.
Okay.
You understand?
Well,
so my point is this.
Yes.
My point is this.
Yes.
All the essential services, let's localize them. Let people know who they can talk to. This issue of NNPC,
it's too far away from if you localize everything. It's not Eldorado.
No, but let's go that level first.
Okay.
Let the state government be responsible. I know
until then, Nigerians will not die of hunger. So let the present government get correct.
What we are saying is this.
Okay.
We are discussing this to look for solution to some of this problem.
Yes.
Because the suffering is too much.
Short term, long term.
This is a country.
Short term.
Short term. Long time.
Gather. Okay. Yeah. We're short of time. The producer telling me we're short of time. Short term. Gather these profiteers and fraudsters or marketers. The government know where they are. They should be punished.
Sir,
and the maximum punishment I'm recommending is that they should face the fire.
There are ways they
can. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Badewa. We are short of time. Well, that is the crisis of fuel crisis in Nigeria. We seem not to have agreed in the studio. That shows how complex it is. But government knowing who they are, if they have the wherewithal, we all agree that government should wield its big stick and these marketers should face the music, at least to show example on how Nigerians should not be treated. And that's the way it is. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My very good thanks to our producer behind the camera. I'm yours sincerely, Joe Exode, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. Good night.